So before I play this, the people who have seen it, my question to you is, do you believe him, or is he just making shit up and I don't know, whatever else they'll probably try to say? Is this like, is there anyone in here who doesn't believe him? All right, let's play this.
First thing I want to say, I never planned on making this video. I never wanted to make this video. You guys have never seen a drama video on my channel before. Even as the Mopey situation was unfolding, I didn't, see that as an opportunity to, come in and take advantage of it. It wasn't until Jidal put out tweets just saying, completely false information. And then also Chris has now deleted, all right? That video isn't even up anymore. Chris has now deleted 43-minute video.
I keep thinking about that video. I keep thinking about it, dude. I keep thinking about that video. I'm not... 1.2 speed. Okay, you guys want me to boost the speed? That's kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know if I could do TD like that. That's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna make a 3-hour reaction to this. If that's what you're like saying or like getting at, because I'm not. But yeah, dude, I just can't believe that someone would legitimately lie on camera, edit it, and then upload it. And then if you're gonna lie, like, you need to just keep it up. Like, you need to just keep it up there. And just be like, no, this is my story. You can't, like, delete it. Alright, let's go.
Talking reckless. I will say this video will be pretty politically correct. The reason for that is I have been working with a legal team on this. They're trying to play dirty. They've sent out cease and desist to try and keep people quiet. I'm not worried about that stuff. I have a very strong legal team that's been working with me on this. They've been kind of overseeing everything. That is what they asked of me, to, keep this clean. I'm not going to go, take a deep dive into the group chat and, show like gossip and try and take text and manipulate them and try and, twist the story. I'm not going to do any of that. But what I will be doing...
Yeah, I need to say, like, this is why, like, I could try to find old texts and all this shit and, like, whatever. But it's like, what's even, like, the point of it? Like, he's the one who brought the text into it. So, like, I don't get what the point, like, what is it gonna do? I don't know. I don't know.
It's clearing my name, and then I'm also going to finally tell my side of what happened. These people have lied to my face. They've said things behind my back. They've stolen from me. On December 14th and December 15th, Jidal put out the following tweets. This is something that the group has kind of always put out as a narrative. It's always painted me and Los as like these lazy people that weren't helping the group in any way. I'm going to put out an entire timeline later in the video. That way everything adds up for you guys. But my first response to Jidal's tweets, I moved back to California to be close to you guys and so I could be in the group and so we could do videos together. These people told me that the plan was they're going to get like this huge house in Calabasas and that I would have a spot back in the house. That's my first response to Jidal's tweets. The second thing is, I'm going to put up on screen just a fraction of the amount of times I reached out in the group chat asking about recording. Now, all the text you guys are seeing on screen right now.
Yeah, like, just to add to this, Like, if I didn't want to be in the group, if I didn't want to do any of this shit, like, whatever, like, I would not have stayed in California, gotten a lease, and like, you know, I wouldn't have done any of that. Like, if I didn't want to still, like, be in the group. And that was even, like, with me, like, after living in that house and completely, like, being, like, depressed from living there. Like, it was, like, horrible. Like, I still was like, no, like, I'll still be in the group. Like, you know? And then same with TD. TD moves back to California and, you know, wanted to be in the group. So, like, I hope at this point that nobody thinks that we just wanted to leave. That's like the main thing. I hope no one thinks that at this point.
These are texts that are just from like the final 5 weeks I was in the group. It's not even counting, you know, the entire months before that. And also the texts you guys are seeing, some of them I'm not even recording my own video. I'm just showing up to be in their videos. I know Chris brought it up in his video. There was a time where I was like, yo, I apologize. I've been MIA for like 2 months. That was an exaggeration. I was gone for like 15 days. So I went back home. I was helping my mom with some stuff. I went on a vacation for the first time in my life. Growing up, I couldn't afford to go on vacation. And then all the other times I went on trips, it was always like YouTube or business related. I shouldn't even have to be defending myself in this situation because there's so many other times where, you know, group members, they had stuff going on or, you know, or they were going on trips and they were gone for like a week or two. Like I said, I know they're probably going to take that, try and manipulate it. So I just want to be, you know, straight up about that. And once again, I immediately followed up that message by saying, hey, going forward, whenever you guys need me, like, I'm going to be there. I'm good to go. I have a question for you guys. Did you guys ever see any of them record a video at my place? It never happened. They never once even came to my place.
Dude, I'll add to that too and be like, the only person who visited my apartment was Mopey and Cash. Like, I'll just add to that. Like, those are the only people that came to my apartment. No one else in the group. So, like, I don't know.
That's really all I gotta say about Jaidel's tweets. This next part, we're gonna talk about Chris's now deleted video.
The narrative that TD was kicked because he was taking care of his mom, and like a lot of outside sources are trying to spread that narrative, whether you heard it from people or not. And TD, you're literally telling people that. That's not true. You know that's not the case, and I'm here to clear that up.
I could have spent close to 2 hours.
First of all, hold on a second. You know, it's so crazy how this doesn't match up now because there's now like leaked footage or leaked audio. But dude, if you wanted him to make up a story, first of all, TD didn't say this. But if he wanted to say this, why would you have a problem with it? You told him to make up a story. So like, how? Like, I don't even get it. How could you be mad about that? Even if he said this, which he didn't say this. Like, specifically, I've had conversation with TD. He's never made a video like this. He's never talked about this shit. He's just said nothing since, and I don't know how long it's been, a year, 2 years, I don't know. So he's never said that. And if he did say it, you told him to make something up. Like, what?
Just talking about all the lies and the amount of times LSK contradicts himself in his own video. But I'm not here to do that, okay? So the first thing I'm going to say, that's a complete lie. I have never gone anywhere. I've never said this to anybody, that I got kicked out of the group for taking care of my mom. Since there was a lot of questions on why I wasn't in the group, there was, you know, fans that came up with this narrative that that's why I got kicked out. Chris, in your own video, you put a screenshot where I tell you to not let fans stir up the drama. There's always false narratives when it came to this situation. That's just how the internet works. There's plenty about me, there's plenty about them, but for him to say that I came out and said that, that's a straight lie. That's just completely untrue.
Don't understand is like you're claiming that you heard that I talk shit behind your back.
Chris, did you forget that you text me apologizing for talking behind my back? I'm going to read part of this long text that Chris sent me. So he said,
Hold on. I wanted to pause this because I noticed this when I first saw this shit. Dude, why am I always... Dude, yo, man, wanted to reach out to you. There's a lot of bullshit going around due to immature actions by Los. Dude. Oh my God, why does this guy always talk about me? Like, why, bro? Like, immature actions. Immature actions. I think it's pretty immature to be talking shit and gossiping like a little high school girl behind your friends' backs. I think that's pretty immature, bro. I think that's pretty... Me telling my chat that I don't mess with you anymore, I'm pretty sure that's not immature. I'm pretty sure that's mature. But it's immature and it's all this shit because it makes you look bad. Well, sorry, don't be a fucking asshole. The fuck? But I just thought that was funny that I still was mentioned again. You'll see me mention in other texts too. I think in this one and in Mopey's video. I don't know what the obsession is with me. But like I said, I own cock pools in fucking all these dudes' heads, bro. Fucking cock pools.
there are things said about one another and negative things spread that weren't true. But I know and will admit, I have said stuff behind your back in spite of built-up emotions that I don't feel to discuss. Is that's the old me, and I've moved forward from those feelings a long time ago.
That's the old me. How many times can you say this? Like, no, it's just you. Like, how many times can you just keep saying the old me? Like, you can't. Like, I think after like the 10th time, it's like, all right, bro, this is you.
But I apologize. Let me just say this. These people have snaked a lot of others over the years. And somebody came to me, another person that they snaked. This was somebody that Zach was extremely close with. And, you know, they had access to his iMessage. Since you snaked this person, once they saw I got kicked out of the group and Los got kicked out of the group, they sent me dozens of screenshots of you and Zach constantly talking behind our back. I could be here all day just reading all these messages that got sent to me, but here's just a few of them. And like I said, these are between Chris and Zach. Zach texts Chris saying, dude, shit's crazy, and I know he be nasty hoes too. Chris responds with, yeah, taking whatever he can, laugh my ass off. Zach then followed it up with, exactly, sheesh.
Guys, if you're friends with two people and this is the shit that's being said behind your back, like, and then you saw this, would you continue to be friends with them? Like, it's a simple yes or no question. Would you be friends with dudes who are like this behind your back? Like, what the fuck? And then I remember just, like, both of them saying shit when this was all happening, like, a year ago, or I don't even know if it was in LSK's deleted video, I don't know. But just saying shit like, oh, yeah, like, I'd say all this shit to your face, like... First of all, what? Who the fuck would say something like this to someone's face? And if you do, you're an even bigger piece of shit. What the fuck? Like, but I love how that was like an excuse. That was like an excuse that was used. Like, dude, anything like that I said about, like, I would say that shit to his face, bro. I'd say that shit. Like, okay, so you're a piece of shit in front of people and behind their back. Like, you both ways you're a piece of shit.
Can laugh my ass off. Zach then followed it up with exactly. Sheesh. Here's another one. Zach texts Chris saying, did you get a long ass text from Lewis? Chris says, laugh my ass off. Yep, gotta love it. Best apology yet, haha.
Now this one, and I've seen other ones, and I've told you the shit that was told to me by other people, like what these guys would say when I wasn't there and shit like that about me. This one, for some reason, dude, this one just like fucked me up the most. This one fucked me up the most. This one was to the point where I was like, no, I need to tell this stream, like, I don't fuck with these guys. Because I was being civil and not saying shit and just being like, oh no, I'm not part of the group anymore, like, you know, right? But when I saw this type of shit, I was like, bro, God knows how long this shit has been going on, bro. And since then, I found out it's been fucking years of just talking shit about me. And they probably talk shit about everyone, but literally years. Like, while I'm living in the house, before I lived in the house, after, just like, but yeah, again, I told you guys this shit before. I'd always like be made to feel like I was doing something wrong, and I was like this horrible person, and I was being told, like, you know, I'm like making a mess and all this shit. Meanwhile, TD exposes how messy all of them were, but I was always getting blamed for everything, getting ganged up on and shit. So like, I would send like apologies or send texts to try to like make everything cool, because I just want everyone to be cool, but there was just always something wrong. Just always. And now, in retrospect, looking back, it's like, oh, yeah, these guys didn't like me. So, like, that's why it didn't matter how many times I apologized. Look at this, best apology yet, haha. Like, it didn't matter. They just didn't like me. Like, that's it. You know? Like, I was used until they didn't need me anymore. That's it. So, like, it's fake internet friends. Like, that's what this is. This isn't real friends. And, you know, when we watch the Mopey video, we'll see that shit too, but the same shit happened to fucking Mopey. Just realizing, like, this shit's fake, bro. It's just fake-ass people, dude.
From Lewis. Chris says, laugh my ass off. Yep, gotta love it. Best apology yet, haha. Keep this in mind that Chris, like, several times has said that, you know, Los never owns up, never sends apologies, you know, never admits for his wrongdoings, never is, you know, holds himself accountable for his actions. Look,
dude, they both said this shit about me, that like I'm a bad person, all this shit. Like, it's just like fucked, bro. It's just fucked.
Los sends them an apology, and this is what they're saying behind his back. And keep in mind, me and Los were still into hype when all this was going on.
Yes.
Zach says, laugh my ass off, bro. I don't even know what to say to him at this point.
We're still in the group.
I think he's only saying this because he saw the stuff we've been putting on Twitter. Well, that's interesting because Chris also complained about us putting out subliminal messages. You kind of are admitting right there that that's what you did to Los, and that's why he sent you an apology. Chris says, I haven't responded yet, but yeah, most likely laugh my ass off. And Zach says, I haven't either. I've already said all I can say like 20 times at this point, LOL. And Chris said, yep, I think I'm going to just say that. Ha.
So my last thing I would say about this is, if they would respond to this, I'd probably just say that they'd be like, they just try to say something like, oh, like, I was there for him, bro. Like, I was always there for you. And just same shit they basically said about Mopey, like some shit like that, I guess. I don't know how, I don't know what, like.
Some of these are pretty personal, and I think you guys get the point. So I'm not going to go over any more of them, at least in this video right here. But if I need to in the future, I do have more of them. I really don't want it to go there. I have every screenshot, every text from like 2016, 2017.
You were talking with the landlord's daughter in the old 2-Hype house, and that caused so much tension, dude. And you never like apologize for that when I'm expressing to you how I feel. Like, dude, like, I don't mess with you, bro, because how you treated me, how you made my girlfriend uncomfortable, how you had me deal with your shit with the landlord, and then I'm
Wait, I didn't even notice this. Why does it look like he's reading off another monitor?
I don't mess with you, bro, because how you treated me, how you made my girlfriend uncomfortable, how you had me deal with your...
This dude got a script. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Your shit with the landlord, and then I'm like on everybody's ass because this dude's just angry at me, and for whatever reason.
I'm going to kill two birds with one stone in this next one. So the things that Chris is saying about I got in bed in my boxers with Bree, and then also I was getting with the landlord's daughter that created all this awkward tension. It's just completely not true at all. Here's what's really interesting about this, right? So Chris is saying...
Dude, TD's funny. He's just like... Dude, TD just exposes, bro. Like,
these things happened at the Yorba Linda house. We lived in the Yorba Linda... Well, I lived in the Yorba Linda house from July of 2017 until November of 2017. And then that's when I moved out to help take care of my mom. Apparently, these things happened sometime in that time frame, right? In the end of 2017. I didn't get kicked out of 2-Hype until May of 2019. You're telling me that Chris held this in for like 15, 16 months, and then that's why I got kicked out of the group? That doesn't even add up. The Bree situation, just completely fabricated. Like, when Bree moved into the house, she became one of the boys. And there was a lot of times where, you know, me and Bree would, you know, troll Chris, and we would make jokes. There's text that I could put up on screen that I know the internet would have a field day with. But the thing is, like, those were jokes. And I'm not going to be like Chris and put text up on screen and try and manipulate them. I'm also not going to take private information from your relationship or take text, you know, that other members in the group were saying about your relationship and put those out there for the internet. Apparently I made Chris and his girl uncomfortable, but I couldn't have made them too uncomfortable because, like, me and Bree were always cool when I lived in the house. I would take pictures of her for her Instagram. Chris had no problem with me doing that. There was a time Bree was walking around the house. She didn't know I was home. And I saw a little too much to try and manipulate the situation and say that I made you guys uncomfortable. Just completely untrue. And Chris, the first time you told me about this situation, I had no idea what you're talking about. But then you follow up and lie and say I never apologized for anything. I said right then that I apologized if I ever had taken things too far. Or that if me and Bree had ever taken things too far. Because I know we did troll you from time to time. The second situation that he mentions about me and the landlord's daughter, I don't know what he's grasping at here or what he's, again, trying to manipulate. So we moved into this house. I had a good relationship with the landlords. They had 2 daughters. The whole family, successful, smart. He's trying to twist and manipulate this story. I never even held hands with this girl. So as far as anything to that extent, just completely untrue. And then the second thing...
Like, dude, like, this guy went on video and was like, oh my god, like, your relationship with the landlord's daughter, like, you cause so much tension, all this shit. He's sitting here like, dude, I didn't even, like, hold this girl's hand. It's like, bro, what was even the point of that lie? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was even the point of that? Like, I'm confused by it. Like, what? Like, I don't get it, bro. Holy shit. And people were like, yo, why did it take you 3 hours to like react to that video? Because every other fucking word was such bullshit, bro.
Thing is that, you know, like something happened that made her parents, you know, upset and created this awkward tension for everyone else in the house. The reason why they were upset with you is because you pretty much destroyed their house between an infestation of flies.
But I did this though, right? I'm fucking dirty. I'm fucking, I leave shit all over the place. Dude, if you watch all those old videos, bro, the kitchen's a mess. There's shit all over the place. Look, there was an infestation in the house. There was fucking mold. There was fucking like, the garage
for everyone else in the house.
The garage, bro, was just always smelled like shit. Just always smelled like shit, bro, because there was just bags and garbage in there. But I did all this, right? No one's responsible. I somehow destroyed the house. This is what was like how I was being painted. And then, bro, what they would do, bro, they would I wish I could just show these texts. I'm gonna try to find some texts. They would literally try to fucking like the total old one would literally in a group chat in front of everyone, like we're a whole group, try to gang up on me saying I'm the one that's like doing this. Meanwhile, when they leave shit out and make a fucking mess, do all this shit, I didn't say shit. No one said shit to them. But they're always trying to just attack me, bro. It was so fucking annoying. It was so toxic. That's why I wanted to leave the fucking house for months, bro. For fucking months. Like, dude, I wanted to leave so bad, but I was like, dude, I don't want to leave the group. I don't want to, like, fuck shit up. Like, I did not want to live with them, bro. And then, yeah. I don't know. Fuck, I was gonna say something else, I forgot. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, you see how gross this is.
Destroyed their house between an infestation of flies because the house was so dirty from, you know, pee and poop not getting cleaned up. And then also there was black mold in the house. And then you guys weren't...
Dude, first of all, I want to apologize because there's some people in this chat that went to the house and some were my guests, not specifically my guests, but dude, people came to the house and I'll never forget this. Someone slept in the fucking guest bed that had mold like on the pillow and shit. Like, it was bad. It was bad.
Keeping up with things that needed to be paid for. That's another thing I'm going to talk about is when we first lived in that house, I was in charge of everything. But it got to the point where even when I moved out and other people were in charge of it, the landlords were hitting me up 8 months later after I left, asking me if bills could get paid for.
Everybody that is no longer a part of Too Hype, they left. They left. So say it with your chest that you left. So stop talking about it.
What the fuck? What? How do you literally say this? Like, how? How the fuck? This right here, bro, should be like, all right, anything he says, don't even listen to. Literally. Like, just from this one sentence, you shouldn't believe him. Like, what am I listening to right now? Dude, and I didn't even, dude, it's crazy when I first saw this, when I watched TD's video, I didn't even realize this. Like, I don't even remember this part of it. Him saying this. Like, I don't remember it. But then that leaked audio came out.
Is no longer a part of Too Hype. They left. They left.
Wait, has he changed since this video, though? He might be a new person. He might be a new person since this video came out 2 weeks ago. This might... Wait, hold on, guys. This might be the old him. This might be the old him, dude. It is. It's 2021. We should give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a changed man. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
So say it with your chest that you left. So stop talking about it.
I'm really not sure what Chris was trying to say right here. I guess he's implying that me and Los left the group, but that's just completely not true. Like, we got kicked from the group, and I'm going to play audio for you guys that ended up getting leaked. And I really wish the entire conversation was out there because it would have looked a whole lot worse. But we're going to play what we got.
I wish I had my conversation.
That we're going to start doing now that we've moved out, we're getting settled in. Like, things are going to move really quick and, like, at a large scale. And, like, we didn't want to just put it, like, the group channel out and stuff and, like, not have you, like, aware. And then also, like, given that we see, like, we're kind of, like, foreshadowing, like, looking forward to where this movement's going to go. And, like, we didn't see, like, you being, like, a part of it. We also just wanted to, like...
Bro, that's so... Do you hear how fucked up... Like, dude, I was going to talk about this, bro. Like, I don't care what size people are, like how often people made videos, or I don't care, bro. If you have a group, bro, and you all were there when the shit is started, right? You're all in this group. How can you just literally just kick people out that grew the group, that literally was responsible for the group growing? Even if it's literally like the smallest to the biggest person. Like, if it's a team, everyone matters. So how can you just be like, yeah, you're just kicked and that's it? Like, no one was like, it was just like, dude, you're just kicked. It's like, what the fuck? Like, there was nothing.
We'd hope that you could build, like, your own narrative as to how, like, we're not, like, together. And then, like, you know, we wanted you to, like, let us know, like, how you wanted to go about that. Like, do you plan on... Because we didn't want to, like, publicly say this and everything. I think, like we told Los, like, you guys can, like, build your narrative, you know, like...
Dude. The problem with this, and it will be fucking twisted, and it will be manipulated, so please do not fall for this. It will be manipulated and twisted to be like, oh no, we didn't want you guys to get hate. We didn't want you guys to get any hate. When in reality, what they wanted to say was, we don't want to get any hate for kicking you guys out the group for no reason. But it will get twisted. It will get manipulated. People will come back and say, oh no, we're looking out for you guys. That's such fucking horseshit, dude. That's such bullshit. And I could try to play devil's advocate and look at it, take a step back. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, but it will be twisted. So don't be surprised when people come out and say some shit. It will be twisted.
Told Los, like, you guys can, like, build your narrative, you know, like...
Yeah, we want it to be like, you are, like, stepping away from too hype and going your own way because you want to focus on yourself and, like, you feel like it would be easier to do it, you know, that way. You also don't want to just come out and say, like, yeah, we kicked TD out and, like, have, like, some sort of negative connotation towards you, or have the fans have some negative connotation towards you, because we don't want to affect you on that. And like Cash was saying, like, it's not like, and Chris was saying, it's not like we still can't make videos, like, it's not like you can't come over, or, like, can't play games together, you can't text us whenever you need something. Like, we're still boys.
Dude, that is like some fucking, like, that's some, like, stone cold, like, fucking, like, socio type shit right there, bro. Like, still boys, bro? Like, do you hear this shit? Bro. TD's gonna say some shit. TD will say shit.
Yeah.
This was a call in Discord, and out of the blue, they just call me, and they're like, hey, TD, you know, we're starting a group channel. We want to become, like, the next phase. We want to be, like...
Oh, Sam, they called me when I was starting my stream, and I was in the intro. They FaceTimed me, and I, like, ended stream. And people were, like, confused for, like, a week.
Sidemen, and, yeah, we don't see you being in the group anymore. So... can you lie and say, like, you're taking a step back from the group? I responded to him, and I'm like, look, I won't create drama, and I won't say anything bad about you guys, but I'm not going to lie and say that I'm taking a step back to work on myself, because that's not what's happening. It's funny because Jidel also put out a tweet saying that Los's call was, like, you know, more business, and that mine wasn't. Like, this personal beef has always been brewing. You guys heard the call. There's nothing mentioned of, like, this personal stuff going on. They literally say, like, yo, we can still be boys. Like, it seems like the narrative.
Like, dude. Oh my, dude. If I see another robot tweet, bro, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit right now. It's like, look what shit's being said, and then this fucking, like, call is, like, leaked. And now everything that was said just sounds so dumb and made up, and it's just clearly lies.
Narrative with these guys is constantly changing, whether they kicked me out for business or personal reasons. So I say we go ahead. Let's ask somebody that was on the other side when I got kicked out.
You were on the other side of me, you know, getting kicked out.
Look at Moby, bro.
So, in your opinion, was this, like, business, or was this personal?
It was for sure business, but they tried to tie in, like, whatever little personal stuff they could to try to make it seem less about the business. But it was going from 9 people to 6 and cutting out shares for everyone in the company.
Do you remember, like, being told of any of these personal things that are being brought up now?
I remember being told about the situation with the landlord's daughter, but
Right.
as far as I'm concerned, that was completely manipulated to make it seem way worse than
Right.
it was. Yeah, that's where they're just trying to grasp at whatever they can to make it seem like it wasn't about the business.
Right.
Like, that's an issue when it comes time to kicking you out. Like, I fully defend you too, and the shit like Chris talking about, like, you and your boxers with Breeze, like, it shows how, like, childish and how many straws they're grasping at to try to find shit to paint you guys as the bad guys in the picture, but it's literally ridiculous. You know?
Right. And I know they're doing a lot of things.
I don't know why that was the play. Like, oh no, let's just, like, make them look like they, like, deserve it. And, like, it's like, bro, what the fuck? I don't get, like, whose idea that was. And another thing that I just thought of, bro, was, like, this thing, like, this would be so much different if I didn't find out, like, how these dudes, like, actually felt about me, and how they talked about me. And when you realize that shit and then you look back on things, you're like, oh, I'm, like, I'm getting treated like this. Like, dude, if they were, like, completely normal and no one talked shit, whatever, like, this would never have happened. Like, this literally would never have happened. With me, at least. I mean, with them, I can't say that. But with me, if they never talk shit, they weren't fucking pieces of shit, then I would never have went on stream and been like, I don't fuck with them. Like, it wouldn't have happened. So at the end of the day, all this shit we're talking about with, oh, was it business? Was it this? The leak thing? Like, all this shit is like, this wouldn't even be relevant. No one would ever even, like, known about this shit.
Thanks to you as well. So I fully got your back. I fully support everything you got to say. And yeah, I'll let you speak for you, but I fully got your back.
Thank you, dude. And I wanted a part of your video too that, yeah, I got your back with everything you're saying. And they have been very, very manipulative. Very manipulative.
Yep.
And not trustworthy people.
We'll talk soon though, all right?
Yep. Talk to you later, dude.
All right, see you, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too. Peace.
That is something I want to follow up that Mopey said. So once things, for Too Hype became a corporation, they needed to split up the shares. And pretty much what that is you got to split up the revenue between the group members. So if they did that while everyone was still in the group, it would have been split amongst 9 people. Now that's a lot of pieces of the pie. But then if you kick me and you kick Los
and Mel,
that's a bit more pie for everybody else, isn't it? I feel like I've said everything I need to say.
I don't think people really understand that. Because some people were still like confused by that. It's kind of straightforward, so if you have any IQ, like, you understand. But yeah, that's just... There's 6 people sharing 100% instead of 9 people.
About Jadel's tweets and Chris's video. So I want to go over, I guess, just kind of the timeline of everything that happened with me, and why I'm not cool with these guys anymore. It was early 2017 when I first flew out to visit the then 2K house. It was Jesser, Chris, and Zach. And then they had one open bedroom. They actually invited me to be a part of the group, live in the house with them. So I became the 4th member of the 2K house. I know there's a lot of people that say like, oh, they made you. Why are you biting the hand that fed you? I was averaging over 250,000 views per video when I joined the group. And it was an addition that kind of made sense for kind of everybody involved. Because number one, I was mainly a Madden and like football channel. So that brought a lot of people that hadn't seen, Chris, Zach, and Jesse's channels before. But then the same thing is true for me, because they were mostly 2K. And I had done 2K videos before, and I've actually had done IRL videos, IRL basketball videos up to that point. They had a lot stronger of a basketball fan base. So it was kind of a perfect match where, our community is kind of like intertwined, and we all just kind of grew together. The reason why I want to bring up this next part is because Chris has said, he's kind of been in charge of everything, and he always has to take responsibility. And that me and Los, like I said, the narrative that we were never pulling our own weight. When the lease was coming up at the 2K house, we had this plan that we wanted to expand. We wanted a house that had a basketball court in the backyard. We wanted to add Los. That would eventually, go on to be Mopey as well. I wouldn't normally like bring stuff like this up because it was just me, being part of the group. But like I said, I'm bringing it up to, get rid of that false narrative that I wasn't pulling my own weight or doing anything for the group. So I was in charge of helping us find, that new house. I spent a lot of time doing it. And I also spent a lot of time calling different real estate agents. Now, when you're looking at multi-million-dollar houses, you immediately have to show, proof of funds up front. Somebody has to, give them a credit score, which, I did that because I had very good credit. I needed to collect documents from the other members in the group.
I can confirm that this is true because I remember when I was going to move in, I had to send all my shit to TD. So I sent him all my documents so I can like be on the lease. So this is true. I can confirm this.
Like I said, I had no problem doing this because I was like one of the, the core 4, some people called it at the time. But to say like I was lazy and wasn't pulling my own weight, it's just so untrue. Now, once we found that Yorba Linda house and we moved into it, my responsibility started to grow. I was in charge of collecting rent from all the other members in the house. I was also in charge of utilities, water, gas, electric, gardeners, the people that came to clean the pool. The only time I stopped doing any of this, and the only time I stopped being in every single video, was when my mom got sick in November of 2017, and I took a step back from the group to go and help her out. Now, while I was doing that, I was still doing a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I was still in charge of handling, the electric side of utilities until they kicked me out. And I was still making sure that utilities were being paid. There was even times where they would text me and be like, hey, TD, Our water isn't on today. What's going on? I'm trying to figure out what's happening because I paid the water bill. Well, you need to get an annual water test in California. I'm across the country taking care of my mom and still doing things like this to help the group out. But you're going to put out narratives that I was lazy and I wasn't pulling my own weight? I'm actually going to play a video for you guys that Jesse made when I moved out the house. And once again, you guys will see that Jesse, you know, is saying like, I'm always going to be a part of Too Hype and that I'll always have a room available.
We all love TD. TD is literally one of my best friends. Like when I found out he had to fully move out, dude, I'm not going to lie, I was depressed. I was so sad because I love TD so much. TD is my boy. He'll always be my boy. He's still in Too Hype. He's still part of the crew. Like we even told him like, bro, we'll just keep the room for you. It's okay how long, like, you need to take whatever for your mom. But we all love TD. TD's still Too Hyped. He's still like one of my best friends. Me and TD got so close when he moved, so it literally was like it was crushing. And like I know he really didn't want to move out or like wanted to, but hopefully we'll reunite in the future. And he's helped me with so much stuff. Like I've learned so much from TD. TD's the fucking man. And it's so sad that he has to go. Like I'm gonna miss living with him so much because I absolutely love living with him. Probably when TD's here, I probably talk to TD more than anyone.
And around this time as well, James ended up getting introduced in the group. He ended up moving into the house.
Bro, so let me ask you guys this. Let's just put out like this. Let's just like think this through. How can someone saying all those things, right? He's saying all that stuff. Like, how can you suddenly just flip the switch and kick this person that you're praising like this? Like, how do you kick them out of the group? My theory is there was some influence involved. Because, and we'll see this in the text in that Mopey puts out, but I get this sense that the tall one, the tall and the old, like, basically, like, run the shit. Like, basically, like, say, like, oh, this is what it is, and then everyone is just, like, has to, like, agree. And I specifically, the reason I'm saying this is because of that time I told you about when I did that stream with Nazda and Raf, in the old house, and like it was when I did the sleep stream, so there were eggs, and a stray egg like went downstairs, and there was this whole big fiasco about this egg that I tried to clean up and I couldn't clean it and all this shit, and they like were freaking out and just saying all this shit to me, and I remember after that we had to have like a meeting, like a house meeting, and it was just the tall and old guy just like screaming at me, and like Jesser and Mopey were just sitting there. They looked uncomfortable as fuck. Like they like wanted nothing to do with this. And these two old like they're just yelling shit at me, saying like, oh, like you don't want to be in a group, like you know, just trying to like basically like kick me out the group and kick me out the house and all this shit. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there, and like Jesser and Mopey are not agreeing with it. They're just sitting there like, I never said this. Like I don't know. Like I don't even think they knew it was about to happen. You know, like I don't think they knew this. Yeah, like I'll never forget that, bro. I was sitting there getting like screamed at. Dude, it's so funny, like, looking back at shit, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, like, cause now I'm, like, reminiscing, and now I'm, like, thinking of other shit, bro. Cause I remember that was around the time when I was looking for apartments, and I didn't tell, the tall one about it, and, like, when he found out that I wanted to, like, move out, not leave the group, just not live in this house. I didn't want to leave the group. Like, when he found that out, like, he literally, like, within the next day or two, we had that talk, and he was screaming and all that shit. Damn, bro. I'm just, like, thinking of hella shit right now. I try to get all this shit out of my mind, you know? I'm getting some PTSD flashbacks right now, so my fault if I'm, like, ranting. But, yeah. That was rough. That was rough. And basically, the end of that conversation wound up being Jesser and Mopey left the room, and then me and the two dudes kept talking for like an hour, and the end of the conversation was basically like, all right, I'm gonna move out, but like I'll still be in the group because I didn't want to leave the group, you know, like I didn't want to get out the group. So that's what happened there, bro. Wait, what did this guy say? What did I say back? Well, dude, like I told you, I would get ganged up on a lot, like, and just it was just like really, it was just it was a toxic argument. It was a really toxic argument, bro. And yeah, it was just really toxic. Let me see. Chat, you guys are spamming, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Mods, can we get some kind of moderation? Like, if you're spamming an entire giraffe pack loud as fuck, like, come on, bro. Can we, like, don't put an entire fucking thing. Did I get bitched? What the fuck? Dude, bro, I don't understand, like, guys, like, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not, like, embarrassed or, like, I don't care now. I'm just, like, at that time, like, dude, it was two grown men just, like, yelling shit. I don't know if they were, like, going through shit or, like, they were, like, mad at me and or like, I mean, now looking back, like, yeah, they were talking shit about me, but like, yeah, they were pissed. All right, let's keep going.
House. Now, this did help me as well because I didn't have to worry about, you know, paying rent there while I wasn't actually at the house. I was trying to help James, who is the new member. I had a $5,000 bed at the house. And I said, you know what, James? You can have it. It's all yours. And I would never, like, you know, hold things over people's head or, you know, say things like this. But again, I feel the need to say it.
Oh, I feel the need to say this too. There was no vote. There was no group vote of, like, the robot joining the group. It was just like one day he just moved in. So Chad was not a part of this. In fact, I was more against it because I don't know. It just, but yeah, I was not. There was no discussion.
To, you know, get rid of these narratives that I wasn't pulling my own weight or anything like that.
I'm someone who doesn't like to lay in bed all day. I think it's kind of annoying, but I've had a change of heart. So I've always had this bed that can change the shape, but I never had it plugged in or used it at the old house because I just didn't have a reason. The bed is just a big chair now. And what do I do when I'm...
For the next 11 months, I was still, you know, part of the group. I was flying out there for videos. I was still posting on my own channel. I had multiple channels at that point. I was still trying to do as much as possible for the group. Now, after 11 months went by, I was finally able to move back to California. And the plan was I was going to be close. I was going to be able to, you know, show up for all the events that were, you know, in LA that we had planned. I was going to show up for all the group videos. You know, I could be in their videos. They could be in my videos. The amount of things that had to happen for me to move back to California was a lot. As a matter of fact, the only reason why I'm able to do what I do, and that's because my brother took on the responsibility to be with my mom 24/7. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do all of these things. So I do want to say, you know, thank you to him. But I just want you guys to, you know, think about all of this stuff I had to go through to move back out to California. I get back to California, you know, things are going well. My channel's doing, you know, pretty well. I did bring Walker with me, so that was nice because since James did end up moving into the house, I didn't have a room available at that time. I thought everything was good. And then just one day, out of the blue, I get to call that I'm kicked out of the group. Not only did I feel blindsided and betrayed, bro, to hear them saying they were starting a group channel, which is like something I always talked about with them and something I always pushed for, and they didn't want to do it.
I don't even know what the fuck this is right here. You also don't think we should have a group channel? Would rather do our own video. See what I mean? Like, look who's answering for everyone. It's just like, it's not like an actual, it's not a group, bro. This is not.
Always talked about with them and something I always pushed for, and they didn't want to do it.
It's just kind of like, so we have a name when we're all together, when we all make videos. I don't think we'll ever have like a certain separate channel for Too Hype. We all kind of want to. We also want to grow our individual brands, like our individual channels, but just make content together and just keep doing that for as long as we can. And Too Hype just makes it easier to name, like when we do group videos. So it's.
Wait, what's funny, right? Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus! You're looking over here. I'm looking like, oh my, what the fuck?
And Too Hype just makes it easier to name, like when we do group videos. So it's not like an official branded thing, but it's just like a group of friends.
Crazy thing is, I'm just confused.
Yeah, I was
by
protecting
all
a
this,
fridge. Fuck
and
off.
I still didn't say anything bad about anybody. I get text messages. I get sent, you know, some of those texts I sent you guys earlier. And I see all these things that were said behind my back. I see them start the group channel, and they start with a house tour, you know, a house that I was promised a room in. And they're showing off things that were mine. Now, I'm not going to say like Jidell's, you know, the bed I gave to Jidell. I'm not going to talk about the fire pit that I bought, because those things were for the group.
Dude, the fucked up thing about this, bro, was like, no one was telling me about this new house. Like, the only person who told me anything, bro, was Mopey. Like, he would hit me up. Dudes were like, no, I didn't even know there was gonna be this like this house and all this shit. And when they FaceTime me, bro, I literally was like, the first thing I said was like, yo, like, when are we like doing a video or something? Like, cause I was like really wondering, cause it started to get like where people weren't saying anything. Then I realized down the road they made like a new group chat. So like when me and TD would say shit in the original group chat, like no one would like really respond like that because they had a new group chat. So when they first called me, bro, I was like, yo, like, when are we doing shit? Like, what's up? Like, what's happening? And then then I got kicked. But like, yeah, like this was like some blindside type shit.
But personal items, like monitors and, you know, like my weights and stuff like that, things that were mine, they just kept. And they're showing them off in the group video. And I asked for these things back.
Our new gym. This is our gym. So yeah, this is our in-at-home gym. This is a work in progress, but it's not done yet. But we literally just got all this stuff like a week ago.
Dude, I don't know what. Jesus Christ. I don't know what was TD's in here, but I remember this bench, and I think this was TD's bench. I don't know about the other shit in the weights or like anything. Like, I don't know exactly the details. But like I remember this being in the other house. I remember this being in the other house. There was a bench in the other house, and it was, I think TD bought that bench, but I don't remember. I don't remember. But I know for sure there was like a bench that looked like that.
This is our gym. So yeah,
it was $1,000 worth of stuff. Oh, TD's in the chat. TD, what's up, bro? TD, is that the bench or is that not the bench? Because I see weights and the other shit, but like, is that the bench? $100% thieves. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta see his logs. Hold up. Let me see what he say. Do you remember when the tall one and Jester got another house at Anaheim and you were having to ask what happened? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was weird. Like randomly out of nowhere, like they like got like another house and it was just them. But yeah, that was weird.
Jim, this is a work in progress. It's not done yet, but we literally just got all this stuff like a week ago.
Jim, you had to take a hallway to get here.
Just got all this stuff
Wait a
like
second.
a week ago.
Jim, you had to take a hallway to get here.
And listen, this is not listen. Because I know T's in the chat. This is no offense to TD. Like the Flash, that's not even a cool poster, dude. Like I'm not even trying to. That shows ass. There's no offense to TD. Like if you enjoy it and this is, but like it's not even that cool of a thing to take. Like you know what I mean? Like the Flash, that shows ass. I'm gonna be honest, TD. Like I'm a little disappointed in that. But like it's yours though, you know. But still, L take, dude. Isn't this that show on like, oh, what was that? What was that? What I don't even know what this is on. What? Okay, no. What chat? What channel is this on? This shit's on the CW, bro. Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. Alright, I'm just joking. Oh my god, alright, guys. Alright, Jesus Christ, I'm joking.
I ended up
around.
leaving California
Damn.
because, like, that's why I was there. Los ended up leaving California. That's why he was there. I just kept things moving. As a matter of fact, the entire...
And I got fucked, too. Because I signed a 1.5-year lease, and I got fucked, so I just stay there. But then, do you guys remember what happened when Corona hit? I was paying month to month after that shit. I paid for over 2 years at an apartment that I didn't need. Over 2 years at an apartment I didn't need. That shit was $4,000 a month, and I wasn't even there. Please use your Twitch Prime, dude. Please, like, come on, like. I just remember that shit, bro. I just remember that shit. I'm gonna need at least one Twitch Prime in the chat. All right, let's get through this.
Entire year after I was kicked out the group, pretty much every single month I was breaking personal records. I'm not saying that to like flex or anything like that. It's just this narrative that I wasn't pulling my own weight or getting views, so that's why I got kicked out. Everything was going well, and then earlier this spring, I got very sick. I mean, I was seeing an oncologist. I was going to all these different hospitals. I ended up getting coronavirus, whether that's, you know, what I had the whole time or whether I just, you know, got it along the way. We still don't know up to this point. I specifically remember...
Dude, TD did not say Discord. Stop lying. And also, shout out to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19 people who just Twitch Prime. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Remember, I was about to get a bunch of tubes of blood drawn. So while I'm doing that, I try to distract myself by like just going on my phone, by texting somebody, you know, reading my comments, anything like that. And I just have all these comments, all these notifications of people attacking me for blocking Jester. Now, I want to make something very clear about me and Jester. Once I got kicked from the group, he never talked to me again. He never reached out once. The last few times I talked to him...
Hey, same with me, bro. Literally same with me, bro. The only time he hit me up after that shit was to be in the 2 hype packs. Literally, that was the only time.
to him. I don't even think we ever had an argument in our life.
Me neither. Like, we never fought, and we never had a problem.
I don't know if me and Jester ever had a disagreement. He just one day, snap of a finger, woke up, ghosted me forever, never talked to me again. The last few times I talked to him, I was getting ready to post like video number 1000 on my channel. And he's like, yeah, I'll be in it. Because I wanted him and Walker in it because I considered them my two best friends. And he's like, yeah, I'll be in it. Like, I remember I had a video idea that, you know, I told him he could have. I almost don't know what to say because I can't comprehend doing that to somebody. And then he makes this video knowing how his audience is going to take it. Well, I'm going through, you know, such a tough time.
I tried reaching out to TD because I was gonna like personally message him, but I followed him the other day and then he blocked me, which is okay.
The thing is, he has my number. Everybody else in the house has my number. You could have just texted me, but instead you make a video saying I blocked you. And even after everything I went through with the group, and even after Jester made this video, I still didn't say anything. I know there's a lot of you out there that you guys say you love me and Jester, because for a long time I did consider him a best friend. But that's why we don't talk anymore. That's why you won't see any videos of me and him ever again. Because he agreed to kick me out the group. He talks about some falling out. I don't know what happened. And he never talked to me again. And that kind of brings us to pretty much the current day. Like I said, I never planned on making this video. I never wanted to. Even as the Mopey situation was unfolding. And I've talked to Mopey. That's like, people are thinking like I'm using the Mopey situation as an opportunity. No, that was never the case. It was only until Jidel and Chris, you know, said those things about me that I'm like, okay, if they're going to say this and tell these stories, I'm putting my side out there. And then one more false narrative that I want to put to rest is the Walker situation. I never asked for Walker to be in the group. I never pushed for Walker to be in the group. Walker got invited to the group because he started being in a lot of their videos. He started helping with a lot of their videos. You know, that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, people are like, oh, he's only in like 3 or 4 videos. Okay, he may have only recorded 3 or 4 videos for his channel. He was in a lot of videos. Walker and Zach became extremely close. As a matter of fact, I would say Walker and Zach became closer than me and Zach ever were.
Also, I want to say this too. While this is on my mind before I forget, this thing of like, for like a whole year or 2 years, this thing of anytime I'd get brought up, there'd be comments about me, and people would just be like, oh, Los was lazy, Los never did anything, Los just laid in bed all day, Los didn't do any videos. So while I've been sick the last 2 weeks, bro, I've been looking up all videos I've been in, bro. I was in videos on everybody's channel, literally up until I was like, literally kicked out the group. Like, yeah, I wasn't in every single video, but no one was in every single video, bro. Nobody was. And I was, dude, I literally have watched so many old videos in the past, like, a couple weeks, bro. Dude, there's so much. Just look up how many videos I was in. Just look it up. Why are there a bunch of plebs typing, I mean?
Guys were streaming together, playing video games together till like 5 or 6 in the morning. Every night. They pulled me and Walker aside one day. They said, hey, Walker's going to be in 2 Hype. We're going to announce him into the group. I had no idea. That was the first time I was told about it. I didn't agree with how they were doing it. They said they're going to...
This text right here. This text right here, bro. Just so you guys aren't confused. Dude, imagine you just see this text pop up on your screen. Right? Like, no one knew about this shit. Just so you guys aren't confused with my video today, I'm posting a vlog to tell fans to audition for the open room in our house. And whoever takes Los's old room will join 2 Hype as well. The fan audition part isn't for real. Just for content to hype us up, adding Walker and possibly T-Jazz. T-Jazz is making his decision this week. Basically, we're gonna announce Walker officially that he's into hype. Well, T-Jazz made a great decision, but this shit, like, this is just, like, fucked up. Like, I don't know, like, what else to, like, I don't know. This is just, like, unnecessary. Like, dude, this is how a rational person, like, times that I've done, like, giveaways or, like, shit with, like, prizes and shit, and if I forget to like, respond to somebody or, like, find someone's Twitter, and then I get reminded of it, I feel like shit. I feel like shit, bro. And that's, like, a giveaway, like, that's, like, some shit, like, you know, whatever. I feel like shit. This shit, dude, how is this normal?
We're gonna host these 2 hype editions, and you know we're gonna make videos.
Okay, why the fuck is everyone saying I mean?
Being 2 hype, and then we're gonna announce Walker as like the winner of the edition. I even sent the text in the group chat. I was like, "Yo, I feel like people are gonna be mad that like they really didn't have a chance at winning." I did.
Dude, look at this, like, look at this emoji right here. Look at this combo of both of these emojis.
I was like, yo, I feel like people are going to be mad that like
so
they really didn't have a chance at winning. I did put a laughing emoji because that's just me being like, hey, you know, I don't agree with this, but I don't want to step on your toes and just, you know, be a dick about it. I remember texting Walker. I was like, dude, congrats. Like, I really wish, like, I want to talk to him because I don't want them to announce you this way. But yeah, like, you earned it. Like, this was all you. This had nothing to do with me. I've heard stories of like this falling out that was caused by, once again, Zach's ex-girlfriend. She caused this falling out between Zach and Walker and Zach and Los, and just more manipulation and just completely twisting of the situation. I remember a time where, you know, Los was like, dude, it's hard for me to watch your group video because...
Yeah, so this was a video, bro, where it was one of the first videos ever that we did. It was this group one, and watching it back, like, I physically cringed from this. I was really, first of all, I was fucked up. That's like number one off the bat. I was fucked up. Like, literally, I was fucked up. And it was like at night, they're like, oh, let's like do this video. I'm like, oh shit, like, just stumble in there. I got no socks on. Like, I was disoriented. I was not on my game. And then that video, bro, dudes are just saying the most fucked up shit to me, and I'm just like, is this real life? Is this happening? It was fucked up. If you know what video I'm talking about, it was one where I'm like, it was like saying like who would, I don't know, what the fuck was it called? It's something like, it was in Jester's room. Yeah, I forget what it was. Let's watch it. It's not even up anymore. He took it down because I told him, I was like, dude, this shit is fucked. It was like it was like a most likely to or something like that.
Because of how I was treated. And I actually just end up putting the video on private. I really don't want to get into a back and forth. There's a lot more things I could have said. There's a lot more things I could have shown. I don't want it to go there. I don't want to be petty. You know, I would love for 2021 to just be free of all this stuff. You guys are still going to get views after all this. Like, your channels aren't going to die. Nobody's doing this for clout. Just stop with all the BS, and it'll all be done with, okay? My side is out there. I want to be done with it, but wherever you guys want to bring this, I'll be ready for it, okay? So we'll see what happens.
Dude. Wow.